Hi everyone. Now next chapter in the Constitution, we are discussing about Article 112. Article 112. Article 112 is the annual financial year. Annual financial year. So this is about every financial year the President lay the annual financial statement before the both houses of Parliament. The estimate of expenditure constitute expenditure charge on Consolidated Fund of India plus expenditure proposed to be made from the Consolidated Fund of India. Okay, and expenditure charge on Consolidated Fund of India require the emolument and allowances of President, salary of allowances, debt charge on the government. These are related to the Consolidated Fund of India. The chairman and the deputy chairman and the Council of State, the speaker and the deputy speaker of the state. So allowances and salary and debt charge. So salary allowances, pension of Supreme Court judge, salary allowances of pension of auditor, comptroller and auditor general, Supreme Court judge, and pension to the High Court judge. These all are in the Consolidated Fund of India. Okay, and Article 113. Article 113 is procedure in the Parliament with respect to estimates. So expenditure charge upon the Consolidated Fund of India shall not be submitted to vote of the Parliament, shall be discussed by the Parliament. So voting will never be allowed in that, but discussion will be allowed. Okay. Another expenditure charge upon the Consolidated Fund of India are submitted in the form of demands for grants to the House of People. House of the People have power to assent or to refuse the assent or to demand and to assent to any demand subject to a reduction of the amount specified therein. No demand for a grant shall be made except on the recommendation of President. So President's recommendation is very important on the demand, and House of People has the power to give the assent or not give the assent. No demand of the grant shall be made except on the recommendation of President. That is in Article 113. Now Article 114 is the Appropriation Bill. Appropriation Bill is introduced for the appropriation of fund from the Consolidated Fund of India, and bill cannot be amended. There will no amendment. Amendment will never be there. And to vary the amount or alter the destination of any grant, to vary the amount of any expenditure charge on Consolidated Fund of India. Now Article 115 is the supplementary and additional and excess grant. The President shall lay before both the House of Parliament another statement for excess grant and votes on account. Article 116 is vote on account. Vote on credit or exceptional grant are also known this. So the House of People have power to make any grant in advance, to make the grant for meeting or unexpected demand upon magnitude or the indefinite character of service, to make an exceptional grant which form no part of the current service of financial year. So these are some grants given in the article I described here. Now we are discussing about Article 118. Article 118 is the rule of procedure. Each House of Parliament may make rules for the conduct of business. Rule of procedure or the conduct is given the Article 118. Okay. So President make rules for conduct of joint sitting. In joint sitting also President make the rules, and joint sitting of the two houses are presided by the Speaker of the House of People. Article 120. Article 120 business in Parliament shall be translated in Hindi or English. So Hindi or English language is given in Article 120. Any member who cannot adequately express himself in the Hindi or English can address both the houses in mother tongue. Article 121. Article 121 is restriction of discussion in Parliament. No discussion shall take place in Parliament regarding the conduct of any judge of Supreme Court or High Court. And Article 122. Article 121 what said? No discussion shall take place in Parliament regarding the conduct of judge. That was in Article 121. Okay. And Article 122 says the validity of proceeding in Parliament cannot be questioned on the ground of irregular procedure. No officer or member of Parliament shall be subjected to jurisdiction of any court. So they will never be subject to jurisdiction of any court. That is in Article 122, Member of Parliament. And the validity of proceeding in Parliament cannot be questioned on ground of irregularity of the procedure. So Article 122 is for the safeguarding of judges. And Article 121 is also court not to inquire into proceeding of Parliament. 121 and 122 is for the safeguardment of the courts, okay, of parliamentary members.